Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Daria and this is a wake up slow flow for mornings when you're having a little bit of a slow start, maybe a lazy Monday or a weekend or any time that you want to start with some sweet movements and a feel-good flow. All that you'll need for this class is yourself and some place to move, and whenever you're ready, let's get into it. We'll get started today in child's pose. So make your way to the back of your mat. Bring your toes to touch. Let's spread the knees super wide and then crawl your fingertips all the way forward and down until you can bring your forehead to the earth. Take a couple of moments here to settle. Imagine that your body is made of hundreds of tiny grains of sand and that you've been poured into a glass of water. And so all of the particles are slowly settling to the bottom of the glass, dropping deeper into the earth. Feel the points of connection between your skin and the mat beneath you, and allow yourself to dig deeper to those spaces. And start to connect with your breath, connect with any sensations or thoughts moving through your body-mind today. And begin to breathe along the back line of your body. So carry the breath from the tailbone all the way between every rib and then up to the tops of both lungs. Take a big sigh out of your mouth to clear. And again, like that, breathe along your spine from bottom to top. Fill up with new and bright air. And then take a big sigh, let something go, audible exhale. And stay here for a few more rounds of deep and full, even, steady breath. Let it be like a massage for your organs. And let it touch every tissue, every fiber. Soften the back of your neck. Maybe begin to sway your hips a little bit side to side, gently encouraging them closer toward your heels. And begin to press down into your palms. Root all of your knuckles, especially the index finger knuckles, and then all 10 finger pads. Take a big inhale and we'll round forward to all fours. Keep your knees wide and keep your stance wide so the arms are extended forward, but just begin to shift so more weight moves into your palms. Then as you exhale, lift your tailbone, sitting bones spread wide, and then stretch your sitting bones all the way back towards your heels, but keep reaching your heart forward, coming back to child's pose. Again, just like that, inhale, round your spine, hollow your front body, and we'll shift forward to hands and knees still wide. Press your big toe nails into the mat. Then exhale, hips glide back, heart stretches forward. If you need, you can always draw the knees a little bit closer together, maybe walk your palms in slightly if that feels good, but just stay with these two movements. Inhale, shifting forward like a wave, rounded spine. Exhale, glide back, hips toward heels, press down and forward through your palms. One more like that. Inhale, round forward, suction your belly button toward your spine, navel draws in and back, and then exhale, hips toward heels. You can stay with this movement, or this time as you inhale, we'll round forward. Begin to lift the tops of your feet away from the mat if it's okay on your knees. We'll shift the hip bones forward towards your wrists. Keep your thighs hovering. Draw your shoulder blades together behind you. Peel your heart forward and then magnetize the back of your head and your toes. Then we'll reground the tops of the feet. Keep an arch in the spine. Glide it back to child's pose. Two more like that. Inhale, round forward. Suction your inner thighs toward each other. Open your heart. Shoulder blades hug the back. Maybe take your gaze back as the heels draw in. And then we'll recede back, child's pose. One more time. Inhale, round forward. Pick up the tops of your feet, curl your heels towards your sitting bones, stretch the front line of your body, press the mat away, and exhale, glide it back, child's pose. Begin to pull your knees a little closer together so that they're aligned beneath your hips. So knees are hips distance apart. As you inhale, we'll round forward, 2 hands and knees, more of a traditional cat shape. This time we'll melt the pelvis all the way down to the earth. We're coming into a baby cobra. So the elbows are micro bent. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press the tops of your feet and your toenails down. Lift your gaze maybe. And then exhale, glide back, child's pose. 2 more like this. Inhale, round through hands and knees, all fours. Then release your pelvis down to the mat. Tuck your tailbone down and lengthen it towards your heels as your heart lifts up. Exhale, glide back, child's pose. 1 more time. Inhale, round forward. And then soften the tops of your thighs, your pelvis, lift up from pubic bone to sternum, heart stretches forward. Exhale, we'll glide back. Now we'll come to a steady tabletop. You might want to widen your knees just slightly further away from each other. Begin to walk your fingertips forward. Keep the tops of your feet rooted. Try to keep your hips hovering over your knees. And we'll find puppy pose. So melting either your forehead or your chest and your chin to the mat. You can widen your palms to create more space between your shoulder blades. And begin to get softer through your hip creases and just allow your chest to burrow more deeply into the earth as you stay and breathe fully, deeply, and sweetly. Allow your eyelids to soften. Let your mouth and your jaw relax and stay for 2 more breaths. Press down into your palms and your fingertips, and then we'll walk the hands all the way in, stacking wrists beneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes behind you, press down and forward through your palms, and we'll glide the hips all the way up and back to downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Start to wake up your body with some organic movement. The hips might rock side to side. The head might shake no and nod yes. Maybe you widen your feet as wide as the mat to create more space in the low back for the first downward facing dog. Whatever you need, whatever feels good. And then start to communicate with body and breath. Create a shorthand so that you can trust your body to intuitively stretch and move. And begin to press down more firmly into your palms, down and forward. Magnetize your heels toward the earth as you grip the mat with all 10 toes, spreading them wider. Inhale, gaze to the top. Exhale, step your feet behind your wrists. 1 little step at a time so the feet will come hips distance apart. Then bend your knees a lot so that you can relax your torso over your thighs. Ragdoll fold. Let's interlace the hands behind the head today. So this allows for an extra release in the middle and upper back. Allow your spine to cascade like a waterfall forward and down. Pour the crown of your head toward the earth and then glide your spine gently left and right. And create a bit of core engagement here to fold more deeply. So pull your belly button towards your spine as you stretch your sitting bones toward the sky. Float your fingertips back down in front of your toes. Keep the feet hips distance apart. Draw your navel to your spine and we'll round all the way up to stand, keeping a micro bend in the knees, keeping a hollow belly as we rise all the way up. And then the shoulders will fall down your back. Heart can lift, head can lift. Inhale, press down into all 4 corners of both feet as your arms sweep overhead, shoulders away from ears, palms face toward each other. Inhale here. As you exhale, begin to press down into your left foot, root all four corners, the big toe mound, the pinky toe, and the heel on both sides. Then lift your right heel and then hover your right toes away from the mat. Then draw your right knee into your chest. Inhale and feel so deeply rooted down through your left foot as your fingertips lift higher. Cinch your waist, lift your ribcage away from your pelvis, and then on your exhale, step the right foot all the way down next to the left, hips distance away, arms can float down. Inhale, fingertips sweep out and up overhead. Exhale, we'll root down into the right foot, plant it there. Literally imagine that roots are growing and stretching down from the bottom of your foot to the core of the earth. Then float your left toes and maybe pull your left knee up so that it's aligned with your hip. You can either point or flex the left toes, whatever feels better to you. Then stretch down more firmly through your right heel as you lift your fingertips high. Exhale, softly step the left foot down beside the right, and the arms can float beside you. Draw the palms to meet in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Take one big full breath in, and then clear it out of your mouth. Let go of any residue. Inhale, fingertips circle out and up overhead, mountain pose. Bring your palms to touch. Lift your gaze towards your thumbs and then all the way up into the sky. As you exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Butt reaches back, heart reaches forward. Take it nice and slow and really feel your body unfurling toward the earth. Inhale for halfway lift. You can either keep fingertips rooted or glide your palms up your shins. Pull your heart to the top as your inner thighs stretch back. Then exhale, step your left toes all the way to the back of your mat as you bend deeply into your right knee. And keep your left knee lifted. Root your left palm down. As you inhale, circle your right fingertips forward to the top of your mat. Pull your feet together. Then open right arm up toward the sky. Lift your gaze. Then circle the arm all the way around to the back of the mat. And then sweep the right arm all the way back forward. We'll step into the right foot. Root the left foot beside the right and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pull the earth up from your feet to your pelvis, then lengthen from the core of pelvis through the crown of your head, back of the neck stays long. As you exhale, more weight shifts into your left foot, bend the left knee, pick your right foot up and step it long and back. Left big toe roots down, right big toe roots down, right palm roots. Inhale, sweep the left fingertips forward to the top of your mat. Keep buoyancy in your pelvis as you create a big circle in the left arm, lifting it all the way up, lift the gaze, and then sweep your left arm all the way back behind you and bring it forward again. Shift more weight into your left foot, right leg lifts, and then step it back, hips distance away from the left. Inhale, halfway lift, sweep the earth up, stretch your spine. Exhale, plant your palms. We'll step the feet back to high plank pose. Now, any version of a chaturanga that you like, you can lower your knees, but let's all shift forward, lower down halfway, elbows, hug your rib cage. Maybe untuck the toes and inhale to press upward facing dog if you're ready for it, or maybe just take cobra. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. Lift your belly button to your spine, hips stretch up and back. On your next inhale, sweep your right leg high for three-legged down dog. Keep a micro bend in your left knee, and this does not need to be your deepest stretch. And then go ahead and stack your hip and bend your knee. And we'll take some big circles with the right knee. Maybe stretching right leg all the way straight or straight-ish. That feels good in my body, but if you'd rather stay with a knee bent, that's great too. And then reverse the direction that you're traveling. So sweeping the leg or the knee out and around. And then right foot regrounds. As you inhale, left leg lifts high, three-legged down dog. Right knee is micro bend. Palms press evenly down and forward as you stack the left hip over the right, bend your knee. And then again, find some big, broad circles into the left hip. Maybe leading with the knee or maybe leading with the left toes. 2 in each direction. So reverse when you're ready. Keep pressing right toes down into the mat. And stay with steady, steady breath. And then step your left foot all the way down beside your right. On your next inhale, gaze to the top. Exhale, step your way there. Feet this time draw together and fold Uttanasana. Inhale, root into your right foot. Left knee sweeps high, one-legged mountain. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, press your left foot forward and both palms forward. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly float your left foot all the way down to the mat, softly as possible. Land it down next to the right. Inhale, right knee lifts high, one-legged Tadasana, arms go up. Exhale, press forward through the heels of both hands and your right heel. Charge your quads, right and left. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. Slowly, 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 slower than you think you can. Right foot comes down to the mat. Inhale, stretch your feet down, lift your gaze. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, elongate. Exhale, step your left toes all the way to the back of the mat. Right knee is deeply bent, left arm roots. Then circle right fingertips forward, all the way up high, all the way to the back of the mat, and then forward again. Step into your right foot, pick up the left. Feet come together, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right toes go long and back behind you. Left knee bends, right palm roots. Left fingertips sweep forward. Circle all the way up and around, lifting your gaze. Let your gaze follow the left thumb, and then sweep your arm all the way back forward. Step into the left foot, fold hips, feet under your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms plant. Step the feet back, high plank. Lower down halfway, chaturanga or your version. Untuck the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Peel your heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through your nose and a big sigh out of your mouth. Inhale, lift your heels. We'll round forward to high plank. Exhale, bend your elbows and lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Interlace your fingertips at the base of your spine. Try to keep the heels of your palms together. Then as you inhale, press the tops of your feet down. Tuck your tailbone so it lengthens down toward your heels. Pubic bone presses to the mat. And inhale, peel your heart forward. Like a slingshot, the arms go back. Try to lift your wrists away from your sitting bones. And so each time you inhale, infuse the posture with new life. Activate into your back body, lift your heart, stay here, or maybe float your thighs, your legs away from the mat. Keeping engagement into the inner and outer lines of your legs. One more inhale, one more lift. Exhale and release all the way back down. And then plant your palms next to your ribs. Tuck your toes and we'll glide all the way back to child's pose. You can widen your knees. Release your forehead down and breathe. Take a moment here just to notice and to observe. How have your sensations, your breath, your experiences shifted from when we started just that short time ago? Allow your breath to be slow and steady and nourishing. Breathe along your spine. You can stay in child's pose as long as you have time for, or if you'd like, you're welcome to lie down on your back and take Shavasana if you have time. I hope that this morning slow flow felt good. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you did, let me know in the comments below. And also, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you can do that down below too. That really supports me. I hope you're doing really well. I hope you had a great Halloween if that was something you were into over the weekend. And I will see you in the next practice. Bye.